Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna share with you some news. Also, I'm gonna share with you some of my analysis about crypto, also about oil, gold, and silver. So let's just start. By the way, you know that always I'm telling there is no an investment rate. I'm just sharing my opinion, my idea, my experience. That's it. That's all. So let's start. I'm gonna start with economic calendar. Today we got initial jobless claim. So did it affect us? Of course not, nothing, because it came neutral. Forecast it was 211, previous 205, and it came 210, which is not make sense. And to be honest, in this my geopolitical problems, nobody gives a damn about any deal jobless claim. So let's see. In news today, I see that Mar Holdings higher by 10% after selling 1.1 billion in Bitcoin to fund debt buyback. So this is a company who makes mining. So yeah, they made sell for 1.1 million Bitcoin, but that's okay. Why? Because this company really making nice investment on crypto, and they are really improving themselves. So they did not sell because they need that money like in rush. They just made strategic sell. That's why it looks like bearish, but it's not. It will be good in long period of time because they will invest more on crypto. That's why it's good. And Trump. Yes, we will continue. As you see on the right side, I don't know which side is gonna be on your screen. Trump still talking. Unfortunately, he still keeps, and he just saying let me just read the caption. Live updates. Trump warns Iran to accept defeat before it's too late. Yes, he keeps saying that. Like Iran does not accept because they not even talking with Trump. So Trump saying opposite. If you do believe you can keep little naive as well. So what I'm thinking about it generally, I'll share that. When oil drop, because Trump said there will be fees at least for 5 days, and we saw there is a huge short position. Yeah. So now I'm thinking Trump saying that on purpose, cause I can say that whatever he says, it work opposite on our chart. Like when he said some things about war, next day he's telling different things, cause that time market make other reversal movements. So he taking benefit as much as he can, and to be honest guys, getting very well. That's why in this weekend I told you he might make some manipulation as well. But the things, if he's not crazy, yeah, he's crazy, but I mean not that nuts, he not gonna send this 12,000 soldier to it's not make sense. There is have 800 people, even this is just the soldier one in Iran side. So he might make, that my opinion, manipulation as well till weekend, and while everybody's carrying to make some investment, market can make up movement. That's my opinion, but of course this is Trump, just we need to see both sides. I'm just thinking like that. I don't know, whatever he says, always we are getting the opposite side, so why not? Let's see. In total market, we had beautiful inverse head and shoulders in most of coin, and all coin was telling they will rise, they would rise. But the things it not happen cause that the reason I just told you. It's dropped down. So if it can surpass, because there is have two support guys, one this support and one this parallel support. If it can surpass on this level, at least we can see some rise, like 2%, 3% on total market. Now it not makes sense, just delete it. If we can see that, we can see in other coins, altcoin and Bitcoin, of course not all of them, like 5 to 6% rise movement for short period of time. But if it's not stay and drop, then we will consider short when it came like lower of 2.3 trillion. Let's see. In gold, yesterday I told you it will drop, so I still thinking on same way it will drop, yeah. But till when? If gold cannot surpass, cannot break up this line, it will drop 4.260. This is our first target, and if it cannot hold over there, no worry, till that time I would open another video. But if it's break up with two good candle, that it must close over this line, we can see 4,600 as a first target, the second target till 4,800 we can see on gold. This is positive scenario if it can break this red line, lower line. But if it's not, as I mentioned you yesterday, 4.260. On silver also giving similar. It's also have lower line and it couldn't surpass over it, and guys, it was very acceptable, understandable here, because there would have two resistance, one this one diagonal and one is parallel. So but maybe it would have some chance over here, so let's see. If it cannot, we will see, we will get this box, this our box as a short position. If it can break up and when it's rise over 74, let's make 400, yes, then we can consider, just if it can close two candle on 74, just that time we can consider this box as a long till there. Till there you might be thinking, why I'm not giving a long position before there, because there still have a lot of percentage. I'm trying to make the guarantee trade as much as possible, because market is very choppy, it's not make sense. So when we make some warranty position, that would be better, because it would make rise, maybe just on second candle it would drop down. That's why it's safe zone. So when it came here, we can consider open long with leverage, then or spot as you prefer, then we can earn 6% profit. And Brent, yesterday I told you it will make rise a bit more than it will drop, almost close area it's dropped. If it cannot surpass over this, it's obvious it will drop, but Brent works with news, so that's why we need to watch out. And Bitcoin, yes, Bitcoin, unfortunately our can I say it's, just let me check. Okay, let's just keep it, okay, just in case. On Bitcoin, it's supposed to rise over here, but we got bad news, so it dropped down. If Bitcoin cannot rise, it would rise today. If Bitcoin cannot break up 72, it cannot reach 76. It needs to rise. If you want to invest on Bitcoin, it does not make sense to make investment over here. It would give very small percentage. It would rise till here, then it would drop, or it would make this. But the things we need to see, we need to get sure about the direction, because it might make fake out or some things like that. That's why when it's break up 72.400, then we're gonna consider as long. When it's drop, when it's break this line and it's drop 66 and we see two candle close below of this line, then we're gonna consider as a short on this zone. That's it so far. Right now it's not make sense. If you want to get risk, you can consider this area. It would rise till 7,500 like that. Ethereum. So Right now this is the good sample why I'm not allowing you to take earlier, because if you would even take here or here or here, wherever it is, it would make stop. And because as you see, it didn't break the main place, it didn't break this line, that's why it couldn't reach, it didn't enter our position. Why? Because in our position in safe zone. That's why always I'm giving when I see some confirmation, when I see some really break up. So it didn't enter our position, it didn't even reach that level, it's dropped down. So now I can say about Ethereum, yes, I'm also thinking that yes, I'm also thinking that it's gonna rise, same like Bitcoin, at least till here, okay? Then it will decide. If it cannot surpass, if it cannot hodl on this line, it will drop till this level. If it can, of course, we're gonna see our target. Then we can still continue our position, but we need to see some things on Ethereum cause it's very small. If you would like to try your chance, cause there's have very small, if you wanna consider as a long, just this area I mean, you can consider with like almost 1%. You can make 2% stop loss. That's it. BNB also didn't enter, and it's not make sense, guys. I'm telling you, it's not looking good, so I can consider this to drop. If it cannot stay here, I'm telling you it will drop till here. Then we can consider to what to do. Sol, yesterday we made a wedge on Sol, but it's break down it. So of course, because this is bearish wedge, that's why it was expected. So it's dropped till here. The bad things about Solana, guys, don't have any good news, no any update about it, and it looks like whoever making investment, they stop on Solana. That's why right now it's not make sense even to take some long risk over here. I can say that if Solana break down this level, we will see 78 again. Yes, it's not gonna be a surprise. Of course, if it would surpass and if it would break up, what I did say to you yesterday, like 98, then we can consider to make some things, or when we get some good news about it. Bitcoin Cash, yes, as you see, same as I told you, when it was here I told you it will drop till that line, and it made it like earlier even, and it made rise. So I still thinking it's gonna make rise, because Bitcoin Cash always moves opposite. So if it can surpass this previous candle, if it's make engulfing candle, then we would see this rise till that level. If it's not, of course, lower of it, we're gonna see, for God's sake, 440. XRP not make sense at all, even it's like has a lower line, but I'm thinking it's gonna drop 1.32. It don't have any volume, it don't have anything, so it would make cannot hodl. If it cannot hodl over this level, it will drop really sharply. I can say it. At least we can see first 1.21, then 1.09. But it's worst scenario, but in market, what to do? In XLM we got already our percentage in there. So what I'm thinking, there's have two options. If it can hodl on this line, it will make rise till this level, 18 900. If it cannot, I'm expecting a drop till 16, then I do expect a rise on XLM. So far like that. So you can even consider this if you want to prefer to make another. Link made a stop and it dropped down. This is the last chance for Link because Link's really making sharp the movement. If it cannot surpass over this level, which is I don't see good positive signal right now, it will drop. Wait, I'll make with this. It will drop like that. If it can surpass, don't forget it. Zek. Yeah, we got 10% Zek yesterday, so after that it dropped down and I told you it's not make sense to make anything on Zek. Yes, it would make walk on this line if it make engulfing, if it can engulf the previous candle, it would still have hope till 234, but if it's not, there is a huge area on Zek as well. BGB also I told you it will drop, so I still expecting some drop on BGB. Pippin gave my box perfectly. I told you when it was walking on that, it will drop down, and I said if you are pro trader, you can trade inside of that box. So it gave this box exactly. So what's gonna happen after? I can say that it's easy. If it decided to drop lower that line, you can make another box same as it is. Then you can make, let's make a mark the price. For God's sake, what's wrong with trading view? I don't know. So if it can rise, after it will drop for sure, cause it's not make sense for Pippin. I still expect a drop on Pippin. Yes, it's making correction. It's just making come to here for people, which is fake. I do still expect a drop, and if it break this line, it will drop one more channel, same as previous one, same as here, which I gave you exactly. River, what River makes? River like cancer coin. I can say it. It's supposed to break up this, but it did not. So guys, if River decided to drop, it can drop till 14. But if it can break up this line, now I'm thinking different. Now we don't need this one. Yeah. If it can break up, it would make rise movement till 44, but this is of course long period of time. The first target is here, but it's drop down. I do expect a drop till 14, to be honest, but this is River, guys. When market goes bad, it would make some reversal, it can rise, so that's okay. So if it can break up, you can consider long. Right now it looks it's gonna short. And Aster, I told you it cannot surpass over here, and even it made rise, I don't think so it's gonna be stay forever, cause it's make very big wicks. So if it decided to drop, it will drop till 0.59. And dot also still couldn't surpass, couldn't break up this lower line. That's why it's not make sense. Sky also same as well, guys. It's need to break up to at least to consider for short, but it's dropped when I told you it's got rejected on the candle yesterday, and it dropped exactly over there. Fed also closed 2 candle negative under this level. So if this candle cannot surpass, I'm telling you, you can, even I can give a position, I guess. Yeah, why not? Okay, let's take this one. It's 12%. So if it cannot, let's make it little like that. It's giving, but with lower leverage, of course. If it can surpass over this level, you can just open short on Fed. At least you can take this, but you know our strategy, just take half, take it one. If you are greedy and you wanna, you know, take all, you can consider this, but just you can make lower x. If you open 3x on here, you can make 1x on that. That's it. Hype also, as I told you, it's made lower high, so I do expect still on my box in pretty soon. So Aptos, yes, it's also breakdown. We open short on this and that time it's made a stop and it's dropping, so but I'm gonna tell you it will drop. But what to do sometimes you cannot take all of them. As long as your risk reward ratio is nice, you earn it like, you know, 60%, 70% positive, that's perfect. So guys, long story short, today I do expect maybe just one more rise, one more. This is just a odds, small odds, and if it's not, we would see 68 on Bitcoin. It's not gonna be surprised if it cannot hold there. We will see 66, but if it can hold, which I'm thinking it might, cause right now Trump talking negative, that's mean market can turn positive. You know it. That's why we still would able to see some price in market, and it might be, you know, surprise in weekend while we're waiting dump, it would be pump. So that's why just follow it up and watch out. I'll see you tomorrow.